Hello ladies and gentlemen, I'm the Marvin. Today I bring you level 3 of Tropico 4. This is a 3-part special because this level took me over 2 hours to complete. So it's been edited down and I won't talk for too much because I'm going to let Presidente take over.
I enjoy being in the limelight. Fame brings opportunity and prosperity. To achieve my plans with Tropico, I need the world's eye focus on me. I've decided that tourism is the logical starting point for my pursuit of recognition. The small island of Caralibro just gained its independence at a very high cost. The British collect 20% of all export profits from the island. Tourism, however, is exempt from any such taxes. Foreigners will flock to the beaches for a bit of fun in the sun and then spread the word about El Prez around the globe.
Right, so the British collect 20% of all export profits, so even though we had an empire, we still seem to clang on to those far wrong reaches of the world somehow. So let's pick Hello Black to be our president yet again and crack on with the level.
Presidente, this place is much prettier than the last 2 islands we were on. It's perfect for a tourist trap. I mean resort.
So there are a few natural resources we can exploit here and commodity prices are low. Tourism is our only sound choice. We should build 5 bungalows and a tourist dock. Okay, well, let's start with that then. There's not much to this island by the look of it. They're all living like shanty huts and stuff. But the beach obviously is a fantastic place to populate our houses. So I've skipped forward a bit in the map just because it took me seemingly bloody ages to decide where to put these. I don't know why. Maybe my ADD kicked in. As you can see here, I'm having a super fun time placing all these schematics. But that will do. We'll just wait for the Teamsters to start delivering the crew. Oh, they've kicked in quickly. Just one guy though. Hopefully he's had a few Red Bull mixtures and lemonade. You should try that, guy, especially if you work in a pub. I used to work at a Wetherspoons when I was at uni, and on the 12-hour shifts, maybe even the 15-hour shifts, but they didn't happen too often. Lucozade and Red Bull was basically, it's great that they've managed to can anxiety. It actually made you froth at the mouth as you were serving beer. But it worked, so they've built 2 of the bungalows in very quick succession there, and they've already got workers cleaning them. Fantastic. Hopefully we can get this dirt track upgraded to a proper road as we build some more stuff on the beach, but so far so good. So that's 3 done, and another guy's cracking on, but I'm not sure how long it's going to take them, so we'll leave it for there for the time being and go and focus on something else. Right, so next up, a police station, because obviously I do not like the rebels and I do not want an uprising on my hands when I'm trying to attract wealthy foreigners to part with their hard-earned cash. So we'll focus on reducing crime, which as you can see by the data grid is a bit of a hot spot round here. So we'll wait for that to get built. They've built the 4th bungalow and the 5th one is complete as well.
Presidente,
Fantastic.
they tell me that there are different kinds of tourists. To me, they all look the same, but I'm not the one to judge.
So there are 4 tourist classes: slobs, eco, spring break and wealthy tourists. Each class prefers to visit different attractions. Speaking of attractions, we should build some so that tourists can spend their money here. So I think I pick spring break tourists after a moment of indecision. Come on Daniel, you can do this.
Spring break
Thank
tourists have one thing on their mind. No, not that.
The thing is drinking and partying. 2 things. Drinking, partying and having a good time. One things they like are drinking, partying and having a good time and being a general nuisance and nice red uniforms. So we need to build a cocktail bar. I went for spring break tourists because I think they'll probably be more plentiful than the wealthy. You probably don't get that many wealthy on a night in a level until probably later on in the game, but we'll see. I've placed my cocktail bar now and I've put under high construction priority, so hopefully it won't take too long. The police station's now built. Hopefully it's populated. I didn't remember to check, so I apologise for that. What are we doing now? Oh yes, we've got to get rid of these goddamn shanty houses, so we'll buy the frigging blueprint. That's a con, that is. Yes, I think I paused because I was just shocked. And now I'll place it. Come on. Turn this bad boy around. Don't want to demolish the farms, so that'll do quite nicely. We'll probably need to build some more later on in the level, but that'll do for the time being. At least the local residents who vote for me in elections will be pleased that I'm improving their general lives. And there I am. I need $1 and some construction workers, please, Mr.
Excellent work, Presidente. Now the tourists have attractions to keep them entertained and happy.
Presidente, your venture into the tourism industry is commendable.
Hello.
But still too small.
Thank you, Margaret Thatcher's corpse. So, great news, the UN is paying for our next hotel. Wicked. Never look a gift horse in the mouth, so we will take you up on that offer. But the question is, where to place it? As you can see, I'm having a first world problem in deciding where to place my hotel, so bear with me on this, folks. Mind you, it would look quite nice on the corner. We could call it the Boulevard Hotel. That would be quite nice, I think, so let's do it. That looks weird. That'll do quite nicely. Prioritise it. Right. So the commodity pile of crude oil has decreased by 20%. Don't care, we don't mine crude oil, so that's not an issue for us. But what we do need to do is build some sort of infrastructure. So we'll get some roads down and make the island have a flowing well, is it a one-way system or is it more like a motorway kind of job, or interstate if you're from America? But we'll connect it up so there's basically a massive circle around the island and people don't have to do U-turns all the time. Just struggling a little bit to place the road, as you can see. I'm not sure why. We're going to have to go through some of these delightful plantations, if that's what you would call them. I don't know if it counts as a forest technically, because it seems like some farmer did it. So we won't destroy too much of that there, because it looks quite attractive, and I'm sure the eco-tourists will appreciate our natural beauties, our natural island beauty. Or even, third time's the charm, the natural beauty of our island. Get your motherfucking words out, right. Sorry folks. I promise I haven't been drinking. Does anyone know why when you place road, it actually, the placeholder shows road but it goes through a dirt track? Why can't it just be a road? I paid for that goddamn shit. I want road. I'm not sure why I'm placing a childhood museum. I must have skipped past a prompt penultimate
as we all know, fame is measured by the
youth,
number of twits that follow your every move.
To become the most famous person on earth, you'll need to attract 1 million followers. So that's our objective. It takes a while, believe me. That's why this episode is edited down to 3 parts. So, because a lot of Tropico is just staying head afloat in deep water, but as you can see, I've ordered the construction of a pool so that we can attract more followers, and now with the childhood museum complete, we can move on to
Presidente, it is an earthquake.
Oh no, we
Good
can't.
thing the palace is sturdier than most buildings on our island.
And there you go.
The earthquake is over, Presidente. I am happy to report that most of the structures on the island are still standing.
Except our free hotel from the UN. Bollocks. No such thing as a free hotel, I guess. So we'll rebuild it. But they sent us a little bit anyway, so it's only cost us 500
Terrible
quid.
news, Presidente. Isla de Haro has been hit by another earthquake.
Some miners have been trapped, so we can't expect any more money. I apologise if my throat sounds a little hoarse. It was my stag do 2 days ago.
Buenos días.
And it got messy, and I'm still recovering from it. But here's Regilio, the 17-year-old attendant, who lives in what looks like a porta potty next to the pool. Can't we give him something a bit nicer? I mean, it seems like it's a
We
shame.
need proper healthcare facilities on our island, Comrade Presidente. Most of the population has to rely on traditional medicine and worse practices, like homeopathy and a healthy lifestyle.
Oh no, not a healthy lifestyle. How terrible for them. Shit. Comrade Vasquez, you need a shave, my friend, as well. Get that bum fluff off your
Intelligence
chin.
reports that subversive elements might be taking violent actions against our government. You should consider establishing a secret police to prevent or at least minimize such activities.
No, fuck submersive people. I will hunt them down and kill them with my bare hands. I am the government. I am the law. I am Sparta. So, we'll build a ministry anyway, because although we can issue edicts, I think you need some politicians so you can take care of other matters as well.
Presidente, as your advisor and chief publicist, I've come up with a brilliant marketing scheme.
Here's a sample. It is said that he can read people's thoughts, even his own. He is so powerful that he can control time. El Prez, the most awesome person in the world. Well, I'm glad someone recognises it. So we now have 25,065 twits. Not a lot, really.
Being such a great country is a hassle, I can tell you. That is why we decided we want something in return. We are imposing a freedom tax on all countries of your caliber.
Paying it is strictly voluntary and will only have a minimum effect on being included in the countries we are going to invade soon list. Well, fuck you, prick, but I will give you the money anyway because you give me lots more every year in financial aid, so joke is on you, motherfucker! Don't know why I accepted that challenge, should have just paid him. Never mind, nobody died. Yet. Build an island. Ooh.
Presidente, my organization is very interested in your efforts to develop tourism on Coral Libro.
Good for you. As you may know, one of the goals of the UN is to promote economic development and stability around the world. If you can prove your commitment to the tourism industry, I guarantee you both recognition and financial aid. So we have to basically attract 30 tourists. And now that our hotel's almost rebuilt, we'll start concentrating on other luxury attractions. We could do a marina. We can't do a roller coaster because we need a power plant, but we could do a botanical garden. Ooh, that would be quite nice. Yeah, spread out the attractions so once that's built.
My son, do you know what all Tropicans should do more often?
Wank?
And surprisingly, the answer is not drink rum.
It's wank, isn't it? Praising the Lord is the most important activity that Tropicans have been neglecting recently. Long story short, Reverend Paedophile wants a cathedral and other churches. There you go then. You can now ring the bellends 4 o'clock in the morning, wake everyone up to praise Jeebus. Just before we continue building anything else, I imagine the load on the construction and Teamsters crews is significant now, so we're going to build another garage, construction site and a Teamsters office so we can lighten the load on all our construction projects because things seem to be taking too long to get built now. I'm going fucking crazy on placing tourist attractions everywhere, but they need to be done, so we'll take care of this first.
Numbers are very important. For example, the tourism rating shows how many tourists want to visit your island.
So basically, the UN surveys visitors, and if we get a good survey, they increase our tourism rating, and we need to achieve a rating of 50, so we can get
With my several night
100,000
jobs, it
followers.
is becoming very hard to keep the educational standards of this island up.
With my several blowjobs, more like. So, hire a Minister of Education and get 15 respect from the intellectuals. We'll take that. Has the ministry been built yet? Nope. And it's not far off. So, come on. Nice one. So, education. Ooh. Concha Alvarez. Exceptional intelligence, below average courage, and below average leadership. Better than a kick in the nuts, so I'm guessing she'll do. Is there anyone else that we can... No, I don't want to pay for foreign experts at the moment. I haven't got the money really. Syria. Jose Samuel Ramos and Xavier Sanchez of the Ministry of Defense. I think he'll do, really.
Presidente,
Excellent.
Tropicans await elections next year. They wish to show their everlasting love and respect for you. They may have used different words, but that does not matter.
Right, so we'll give the people elections with speech, and as for a hot issue, we've got healthcare, entertainment, housing, environment and religion. Housing it is. Praise the spirits of... So, US 95% relations, USSR 25. And communist is only 53, so it goes hand in hand with the USSR really, doesn't it? So it's either communists or the Russia. We'll praise this issue with the USSR because we need more money every year from financial aid. And we'll try and improve their healthcare with the island.
Citizens
got a
of
hospital.
Tropico, I am proud
Suck
that
my
our
fat one.
beautiful country has been acknowledged as a heaven for foreign visitors. Our
dear,
tourism
the fish are
rating
dying.
is soaring at the moment, and I believe it will continue to do so for many years to come.
We'll pay them $100 a month.
Yes,
for
there
fish.
are problems. There will always be problems, especially in the current economic situation. The shacks in the cities, about which I hear so much these days, is one of them. And it will be resolved, as will all others, in time, as the global economy stabilizes. The unbreakable friendship and love between Soviet and Tropican comrades ensures the dictate of the people for
So
future
Europe wants more money.
generations.
Fucking brilliant.
Our close
It's not us that's got the money, but I'm moaning, and on that moan, I'll bring this episode to a close. I hope you've enjoyed it as much as I've enjoyed playing it. I'd like to thank you for your time, and until the next episode, take it easy, folks. I'll see you around. Bye.
The government will ensure adequate healthcare levels. A new age of prosperity and freedom awaits after our victory.